Hi, I'm Venus.
Hello, and I'm Mars. Well, Sonny, can you believe it? Osama Bin Laden has been vanquished after all of these years. All of that negative stuff.
Yes. He had created so much negative energy, like a black hole around himself, that it's almost sucked the energy out of the world and our nation.
Yeah. Truly, a man with great wealth and a lot of followers devoted only to destruction and negative things that really hurt all people throughout the world, not just the United States. Wars, deaths. Think of someone living and their legacy is negative.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the economy crash, I'm not going to give all the credit to him. He wasn't really all his fault, but he created a atmosphere that almost prepared everything for that.
But you know what I think is we're going to see a beginning now of a lack of negative, a lack of darkness. That darkness is gone. And so, I was thinking, Sonny, of all the things that we have published and written over the last few years. For example, do you recall it was 2 years ago when I predicted that the price of oil would continue to go up and we'd have an increasing gas cost and energy cost all over there? Well, what's the price of oil now? $90, $100, $130 a barrel, and it continues to go up. Price of natural gas is going up. Why? Because Japan is having to use more natural gas because they can't use their nuclear energy like they used to.
That's right.
And so our prediction was right on target.
Yes.
And we had another prediction. Go ahead.
Yes, I also predicted about the rising of the price for the food.
Yeah.
Well, the price of oil goes up 10%. That means that the price of food goes up 30%.
Yeah. And so Sonny was the one who gave the perspective a year before the United Nations or the World Bank. And you said we are going to see what in the Middle East?
In the Middle East, we are going to see riots and corruptions. And it started with Egypt and followed with other countries, Bahrain and Syria and Libya. And still, they are not, they're still fighting.
So in other words, the social unrest isn't because of religion or politics, it's because they can't feed their families. The average American spends 5% of his salary on food every month. The average person in Egypt spends how much?
40%.
40%. So they can't feed their families. In fact, if you'll notice, the Department of Commerce said that the food prices in America had hit record highs and will go up another 30% in the United States. Well, shoot, we'd have riots here if that took 50% of our budget. So that was another prediction. And then what was the third prediction we had? It was on water. Yeah.
Yes, you predicted that.
I wrote that 3 years ago in our Boothe Global Perspective site, and we said that water would become a crisis for communities all over the world. Did you know, Sonny, 1,800 lakes in the world have gone dry? 9 of the world's great rivers now don't even make it to the ocean. And there are over 600 communities that are in water crisis. In other words, they're in water crisis. They can't turn on the water to wash their clothes. Now, in the United States, we visited a city, the mayor a few days ago, of Las Vegas, New Mexico. He's just declared a water crisis because their water levels now are 18% of normal. And so, all of these three things we have predicted, and all of these things we're about to see the positive side too. Because, why? We have got solutions.
Yes, we have solutions.
On energy, we've created wind turbines, solar water heating, PV panels for institutions whereby a prison or a hotel or a university, we can actually eliminate 65 to 85% of their electricity and energy costs. In terms of water, we've worked with desalination plants. We have learned that we can now produce water, salt water, for these communities that are in trouble. And we can create almost an unlimited supply cheaper than they were creating it before. We have these solutions in our companies. And you've got one that's pretty neat, and that relates to food. What is it?
Yes, greenhouse. A greenhouse unit is the solution for all of this. It's going to improve the quality of your life. Pretty much you are going to eat healthier, less expensive, it's fresh, it's a great hobby, and also it's a legitimate exercise.
And your system, that is greenhouses that are powered by wind turbines, solar panels for the irrigation, for the fans, for the lighting. Suddenly, food can come out of greenhouses near urban population at a third of the price that we're paying today, and yet you get a real vegetable, a real tomato that tastes like a tomato. So, you know, in light of everything, with all the negatives we faced, with all the predictions and prophecies we've made, we now have solutions. And so we invite you to go to Cornucopia Enterprises. And what's that website?
Oh, www.cornucopia-enterprise.com.
Or for wind, it's Wind Inc. Wind, WIND-Inc.com. Or if you can go to environment-solutions.com, you can see all kinds of consulting and new ideas. We have the solutions, and frankly, I feel positive. A lot of negative has disappeared, a lot of positive is on the way, and I believe we are going to see good times ahead. We're going to have to rethink our thinking, but you know, we're going to have better food, we're going to have more energy, we're going to have water,
Yes.
And we got it coming.
It's very important.
Yeah. So if I go to Mars, there's not going to be water there or much energy, and if you go to Venus, there's not going to be greenhouses. But at any rate, I'm Mars.
And I'm Venus.
Thank you. Bye-bye. What? What's the thought? It's your thought.
No. Okay. Say something else.
Okay. Okay. Did you have another thought?
Yes.
What is it?
Yes.